Vi som autononia. It was so powerful. And when it translated it, we were like blown away. Let's go.
Okay. KEiiNO, your song Monument has now been released. How do you feel about the reaction?
We're so excited. We've been reading comments all day and getting a lot of nice messages. And it seems to us that people like it. And that is really, really good. So we're excited.
How has the writing process been for the song?
Well, we had the pleasure of being in a cabin in the southern coast of Norway, where I think we had 3 or 4 days writing music, cooking, and having a drink or two. And it was one of these nights where I was cooking and Fred was standing there with his big glass of red wine, and then suddenly asking, "I wonder what is left of us humans when we're gone." Kind of a dark and philosophical question. And then Alexander, part of the writing team, he said, "Yeah, but maybe this is something," and he had an idea right away about something about writing a song about those moments, those persons that are important in your life, that make a difference, those unsung heroes. And we want to write a song that is honoring these unsung heroes, but that never get any streets named after them or medals. So then we had a quite, I would say, dramatic, serious theme, but we also always write quite uplifting.
We love dancing, in other words.
Uplifting music. So in a way, we try to merge this in a good way, but also then have a monumental sound. So we added a lot of samples, our live band, and strings from the Christian Sand Symphony Orchestra.
The music video is once again a lot of nature. What does nature mean to you?
You know, for me as a Sami, nature has always been an important thing for living. We've always been using things in the nature. And we make stuff out of everything almost. That's how the Samis could survive on the tundra.
And I think it's important for us as well. I definitely have felt more connected to nature after spending more time in nature the last year, walking in the forest and see how much that gives me, how much energy I get of that. And also when we were at the cabin as well, it was because we had this amazing view right over to Denmark, actually. So we could see
we could see you.
Yeah, we felt the Danish connection just coming in waves. But yeah, so it's important for us to show who we are as people, but also who we are as Norwegians. So that's also has a big part in the music video.
Fred, there's a part of the song which I will need you to translate what it means, the lyrics.
Yeah, the spoken words are like everything you hear is everything you see is created by the past. Everything you hear is the echo of yesterday.
It's so poetic and it's so nice.
Yeah.
When we first heard him say it in Sami, we were like, wow, that sounds really cool. Like, Vi som autononia. It was so powerful. And when it translated it, we were like blown away. Like, wow, you're so philosophical.
Yeah.
Where does this come from?
This is not the Fred that we know.
No. But we like this Fred too.
Even after a glass of red wine,
okay.
And if we then go back to the past year, it's been a difficult year for all of us. How has it been for you guys?
Of course, it's been tough. I mean, we were living our dream in 2019, traveling, we were together like almost every day. And when the lockdown came, we couldn't be together. And that's when you kind of start to realize what is important in your life. And for me, the most important thing right now is to spend time with these guys, having concerts and travel the world. So yeah, it was weird having a different situation than we're used to. But it was nice seeing each other again at the cabin after lockdown. And that's when we wrote Monument.
So has it been difficult in the writing process that you have been apart for that long, or did you immediately get into the same habit?
I think it actually, the first session we had together, we wrote 5 songs. Yeah. It was like so much built up creativity. So it wasn't necessarily all bad. It was really like we were flooding, and everything was like we're so happy just being able to write. So yeah, no, it's sometimes it's good to take a few, like some time off as well from each other, even though we want to see each other. It's good to
speak for yourself.
What was the last thing you added or finished with the song and said, okay, now it's ready?
You have to say that because you were like the final touches on the song.
Yeah, it was like it was me and Rediger, our main producer. He's sitting in Berlin and I'm sitting in Kristiansand, so we sent things back and forth all the time. And I think the very last thing that was added was actually some horns, in the towards the end of the song, where it's not, you can't hear it too well in the mix. Yeah. Oh. So it's like just towards the end is just making the ending a bit more dramatic, because it is already, I think, there's so many hundred tracks of music, both live and samples and singing. So yeah, we've gone so many times back and forth with the production and also the mix and everything. So it's been a monumental song. I don't think ever either me or Rüdiger or anyone has spent more time on one single song than on Monument. So I'm very, very happy that people have is reacting as they do to it.
Yay!
Have you been a bit nervous since it's also a bit different from Spirit in the Sky?
Definitely. I mean, for some people, Spirit in the Sky is like the song from KEiiNO, because they probably haven't heard our other songs as well. So of course we could feel the pressure that there were some expectations around, but it seems that they like it. So yeah we're happy with how people are saying what they're saying about the song.
I think especially Rüdiger, our producer, like he has been so anxious the last couple of days, because even though has been part of the team, he co-wrote Spirit in the Sky as well, but like he's been our main producers ever since Praying, and but he also knew that most people knew Spirit in the Sky, which he didn't produce. Like, so I think he was like a bit anxious that if people didn't like Monument, then it was like, oh, why the change producer? We don't like this as much as Spirit in the Sky. So he's been, I think he's so just like, oh, people like it.
So you're keeping him?
Oh yeah, of course. He's part of the KEiiNO family for sure. He's a magician.
If we go back 2 years, how was that Eurovision experience for you?
It was a great experience. We got to meet a lot of people. We got to know a lot of great artists, and just to travel around Europe and playing our music was a dream come true for us.
Is there anything you would have liked to change if you could go back in time?
No.
It was just amazing being there. I mean, we learned so much from it, and we grew a lot when we were there.
The only thing for I would say for Eurovision 2019, I would like to
remember your lyrics.
Remember the lyrics, yes, but also kind of maybe remember to enjoy the moment more and not be too stressed out about everything, because when I look back at it, it's all a blur. But then again, maybe that was what we needed in order to stay focused and do I would say a good show, because when you see all these great artists on stage that you feel they have 100% control, you feel okay, they have to be born with a microphone or have been on stage everywhere. And I feel like, okay, I'm not that good of a singer. I'm not that good of a stage person. You get this fear of not being able to achieve, to be at the same level. However, when you go in the bubble, in the zone, and just like focus and just be there, then for a brief moment you do things that your other self wouldn't imagine that self doing. So yeah, that was very philosophical as well.
Yeah.
I'm just listening. I'm admiring.
And you'll
Yeah,
be
so
ready
we
for
made-
you'll be ready for a return this year?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I mean, if Norway gives us, if they allow us to represent the country again, that would be like another dream come true.
We'll be
We'll
so prepared.
yeah, so prepared. We're so ready. We want this so bad. So that would be amazing.
Do you feel any pressure on you being among the most well-known names this year?
Yeah, definitely. But I think that in Norway, we're not one of the biggest names. We are competing against some amazing artists. So yeah,
It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough. But I mean, we can only do our best and enjoy the moment. So yeah, it's up to the audience to decide.
How have you evolved as an artist over the past 2 years?
I can say for myself that I have been evolving as a yoiker, because I started to yoik in 2019 when we wrote Spirit in Sky. And I feel like I have more confidence as a yoiker now. I'm more relaxed on stage when I do that, because I know now that I can do that. I wasn't sure before we started with KEiiNO.
So you were quite new to it at that time?
Yeah, I had never yoiked before I yoiked in front of Alexandra and Tom in the studio when we recorded Spirit in Sky.
That was epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that moment.
Yeah.
And how about Tom and Alexandra?
Well, I think definitely we've evolved as a group as well, because we've become better friends, and we've become better songwriters, and also knowing our strengths and how to to play on our strengths in order to make the other person grow. And I think that's something that comes with time when you've worked together over time. So definitely we're much stronger as a unity, and also
Live singers.
Yeah.
We had so many concerts in 2019. So I think we've grown live as well.
Yeah.
And you can really see that.
And hear it.
Now that you know each other so well and your strengths also, Alexandra, what would you say is Tom's biggest strength?
Oh, his biggest strength. Oh, wow. That is, he is always best and calm under pressure. Like when everything is super stressful, you're like this solid rock that is just like guiding me and Fred through anything, any obstacle. Amazing. Yeah.
I would say that Tom is like a rocket with a lot of ideas that is coming and flowing around all the time. And me and Alexander, we just have to take the
best ones.
And
just let the other ones just like, yeah.
And Tom, what is then the biggest strength of Fred?
I would say he is solid, 100% solid, and he is really hardworking. I think that's you'll know that I'll go to war with Fred at any time, because I know he'll never let me down. He'll always be there to the very last, and if there's a task in front of him, even though he's not 100% sure how to do it, he will try until he gets it done.
And Fred, the same about Alexandra?
I think she's maybe the best organizer. She's always on time. And she's just a good-hearted woman that gives a lot of
energy
and energy.
Yeah. And we need the energy, especially in the mornings and everything. And she's always like,
yeah.
And then so
she comes at 5 o'clock and she's like been awake for 2 hours already. And just, okay, are we starting the day now? Come on.
Both me and Fred can sit there, and she's like, picking us up. So yeah. Amazing.
When this situation that we live in now is over, would you like to continue then with as many tours as possible, or do you need a time to relax?
No, we're so ready.
Yeah,
and
it's not time
hungry
to relax.
to get back
Yeah.
on stage. I mean,
Yeah.
any day. First flight, anywhere.
Yeah, regarding that, we have a message from a Danish friend, Diana.
Yeah.
And
hello. Hi.
Diana would like to know if she can expect to see you in Denmark.
Well, hope to come to Denmark very soon.
You live there, so
up to recently I lived in Copenhagen, so I would definitely want to come back. And I think, as Alexander says, at the first possible moment, we'll do as many tours as we can.
What made you move to Copenhagen?
It was Alexander, my husband, and also the songwriter in our band as well. He did his master's in psychology in Copenhagen, so I was the plus one in Copenhagen. But I was sitting there working on the production of Okta. So actually, most of that is I've edited all the vocals of all these guys, and written quite a lot of songs sitting in at Nordhavn in Copenhagen.
So we have now here a box, and inside that we have 10 cards from 1 to 10.
Yep.
And you should then pick one, and then there will be a sentence on it, which I will ask, and then you should complete the sentence. So, Alexandra, from 1 to 10?
7.
A habit I want to get rid of is?
Oh, damn. A lot? Probably. My mood swings. Woof, woof. Get it away.
They're not that bad.
No, you're not bad.
Well, we don't want you to get rid of the need to clean, because it's good to have somebody that could be clean.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And Tom? 1 to 10 minus 7?
6.
My biggest problem is?
Pick one.
Do you want to pick one?
No.
Directly translated from Norwegian, I have too many balls in the air.
I think
well, the thing is, like, I had too many things that are going, and really it's kind of when trying to juggling too many things and not being able to focus on one thing. So that's if you see my desktop on the computer, it's like filled up with hundreds of files.
It's
so
horrible.
It's kind of like I need to be more organized.
Well, that was also what the others said about you as actually your strength.
Yeah, but I think it's like under pressure, that's the thing. But I would say everything that I feel is not important, I'm really bad at doing those tasks. If there's one important task, I do it until the very end. But yeah, I think there's some things that you need to do as well that I'm not good at.
And Fred?
What about number 1?
My craziest outfit is?
Well, maybe some leather things, I think I bought in Berlin. Yeah.
What exactly is it?
It's something.
Oh.
No, it's just a leather thing.
Okay.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Okay, the viewers go and check Fred out on Facebook and Instagram. Maybe there's pictures of him in leather something.
Maybe there's no pictures from that. No, anyway, we'll see.
And what do you hope with your music that you can send as a message to people?
Well, I think for us as musicians nowadays, it's very important that we can give the listeners around the world something to look forward to and something to lift the spirit in difficult times. Because even though we're not able to travel to perform, we can still luckily give music to the world through releases and through online concerts and also through TV shows like Melodi Grand Prix. And so I think like for us, it's like to keep like remember, or actually to be there in order to give some positivity in the world and continue, keeping safe and keeping the faith that this will things will always be better.
Yay.
Good luck, guys.
Thank
you so much.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.